Good evening, and welcome to the final lead broadcast. I'm Abigail Hester.
And I'm Louisa Candow. Last evening, the gubernatorial election ended as voters headed to the polls to vote. Those votes are still being calculated. We expect to announce the new governor of Michigan shortly.
As tradition stands, we received 100% voter participation.
On Thursday evening, in a rare display of talent and enthusiasm, lead citizens gathered for a talent show.
Our local stars shined brightly, and we have Emma Zeilinga on the scene.
I will now attempt to juggle 5 pairs of socks.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
I did a monologue from a low-key musical that's on Broadway called Crossing Delancey about a girl who is totally in love with the local author, and when he gives her a call, she is just all over it.
What made you decide to participate in the talent show?
I love to make people laugh. I like to make fun of myself. I like to go way beyond. I'm a ham. So I just like to make people laugh, and I did that pretty well.
I think it went really well. I think that God showed up, and a lot of people were touched, and I'm just honored to be a vessel of His.
And for those of you who missed the talent show last night, don't worry, you have a chance to redeem yourself by watching next year's.
All right, listen up, lead students. Your representatives and senators met today and passed numerous bills, of which you should be aware of.
We have Levi Raymond and Mandy Jasper with exclusive interviews.
The Senate will come to order. Please stand for prayer and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance immediately after.
How do you think the whole entire session went overall?
Relatively good.
The whole entire session was extremely fun. We had a lot of rebuttals going back and forth. It was fun because we had extra time, so we were able to get in some good arguments. I lost both of my bills, but I still had a very fun time. So,
how do you think your opponent's arguments held up against your bill?
They held up, but there were just some contradictory things that it wasn't enough.
They did a very, very good job. In the end, we just edged them out a little bit.
it was a very hard bill to oppose, the regulation of the pregnancy centers. So I feel like they were a little bit weak. But the opposing caucus did excellent, and I want to congratulate Freedom Red. You did a good job.
The previous question is ordered, and the bill is now on third reading. All those who are in favor of passing this bill, please stand. Representative Jemba, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm speaking in support of House Bill 4006, cell phones in case of emergencies.
We were opposing the cell phones in emergencies bill. Our main argument against it was the dangerous precedent that it would set for intrusion of privacy under safety grounds. And thankfully, that bill did not pass, so there will be no further precedent set.
I think our strongest argument had to be how big this issue really is. After all, there are 800,000 kids kidnapped a day in America, and I believe that if we were to pass this bill in Michigan, it will just be the first step to saving hundreds of thousands of lives.
I believe that this could be extremely beneficial for the civilian safety, because not only would it allow them, the emergency responding officials, to find the location of where these endangered civilians are more quickly, it can also ensure the confidence of those caring for those who are endangered.
Right. Any other comments you would have for any states who would try to implement this bill in the future?
There are 16 states who currently have a bill very similar to this, and I encourage it, and I would tell other states to really consider it.
Hello, welcome back from break. I'm your host, Jimmy Moffett, and this is the game show, People Who Know Nothing, where we ask famous people questions that there's no possible way that they can answer, and that just makes us look smarter. Thank you, thank you. These are the rules for the final round. I will ask you a question, and you will give me the answer in less than 3 seconds. Get 3 questions right and receive our life-changing, dream-fulfilling, best thing that will ever happen to you prize, which will be unveiled at the end of the show. And here comes our first question. Alice, what Israeli city has the second largest economy in the Middle East after Dubai?
Oh, look, a rabbit!
Well, I suppose that we'll just have to go to our next candidate, the smart and beautiful Jane Austen.
Mr. Moffat, it is happy for you that you possess the talent of flattering with delicacy. May I ask whether these pleasing attentions proceed from the impulse of the moment or are a result of previous study?
And your question is, what's Elvis Presley's middle name?
I beg your pardon. What manner of query is this? It is a truth universally acknowledged that...
Oh, I'm sorry, we're out of time. We're moving on to the next contestant, who is...
Bond. James Bond.
All right, Bond, buddy. Put the gun down now. Now, quick. What is the atomic weight of tungsten?
Q, what is the atomic weight of tungsten? The atomic weight of tungsten is...
I'm sorry, I'm moving on. Next, we have Thursday Adamson. Are you ready? Okay then. In the classic Disney movie, Cinderella, how many bows are on Cinderella's dress? And your time is up. Thank you for your participation. Next up, we have an average human to show that we allow diversity and ensure we are being unbiased in our contestant selection. Welcome, John Smith.
Sup?
Remember, 3 seconds on the clock. What is the only male animal that gets pregnant?
A seahorse?
That's correct. In Johnny Depp's acting career, how many movies did he actually play a normal human being in?
8 out of 64 plus movies?
Yeah, that's correct. Who's coming up with these questions? And now for the final question. What piece of fashion apparel inspires the most awe in human beings?
An SSI t-shirt?
That's correct. And for your prize...
I've always wanted! This is the best day of my life! Yes!
And that's all, folks. Join us next week as we see Luke Skywalker take on Bilbo Baggins and Katniss Everdeen. Thank you.
I've always wanted! This is the best day of my life! Yes!
This just in, we have received the results from last night's election. And
Congratulations to the Fairy Campaign and to all the other teams for their hard work and effort.
And now, we have come to an end of the 2017 Lead News Network.
Thanks for joining us.
And remember, when you're not watching us, we're watching you.